Hello, I'm your host, Larry Johnson, and today on the show, we have a special guest with us today. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Andrew Jackson.
Thank you. I'm very happy to be here today.
First, let's get some water. I'm pretty thirsty. Alright, guys. I'm not thirsty, really. Alright, today we're talking to Andrew Jackson about his life. Let's start off with, where were you born, Andrew?
Well, I was born on March 15th, 1767, near Lancaster, South Carolina. My parents, Andrew and Elizabeth, along with my two older brothers, emigrated from Ireland about 2 years earlier. My father, whom I was named after, died before I was born.
Okay, well, sorry to hear that, Andrew.
Yeah, growing up, we were quite poor and never had the kind of things that some more fortunate families would have. I'm not proud of it, but as a child, and even my teens, I was a mischievous boy, and I got into quite a bit of trouble.
Well, my water's back.
I'm a thirsty man.
Good water. Alright. Can you tell us why you have such a deep hatred for the British, Andrew?
To begin with, most of my immediate family members were killed by the British in the Revolutionary War. I was captured by the British in 1781, and on that ship I contracted smallpox, which could be quite deadly. And on the same ship that I contracted smallpox from, a British soldier, he ordered me to clean his boots. I refused, of course, and he slashed my forehead with a sword, leaving me a scar. I had to live with that for the rest of my life. And because of that ship, my brother later died of smallpox.
Well, I mean, it definitely makes sense now. Our water's gone again. I don't know where it went, but anyways, have you got any conversations with anybody?
Well, I've been to many bar fights, and a couple of duels even. And once I was in a duel with a man named WaightStill Avery. But however, to ensure none of us got hurt, whenever they called the duel, we turned around and shot in the air, so that we walked away untouched by a bullet. But my most notable duel was against Charles Dickinson. I knew he was very skilled at shooting, so my strategy was to let him shoot at me first, and I could take my sweet time turning around and aiming at him. But my plan was very risky. He shot me, and he missed my heart by about an inch, and I had to live with that bullet in my ribcage for the rest of my life. So I turned around and shot him in the heart and killed him.
Take your bases. Aim. Fire.
That's a good plan. What were some of your occupations earlier in life?
I tried many different jobs when I was young, like saddle making, but I became a lawyer, which I spent a substantial amount of time working as. But basically I was allowed to argue in front of judges and juries in the courts. In the late 1780s, I was appointed a public prosecutor of the Mirror District. I guess you could say I was making a pretty good name for myself. I was working on a series of debt cases in the Davidson and Sumner County.
I see. My brother's a lawyer. Well, anyways, let's hear about your presidential run.
Those were the toughest years of my adult life. So, I was the 7th President of the United States, and I served 2 consecutive terms from 1829 to 1837. And during my presidency, we evolved from a republic to a mass democracy, which allowed white men of all social classes to vote. I also oversaw the Indian Removal Act, which allowed the U.S. to get land west of the Mississippi River for Indians to settle within state borders. I figured it was a great way to get the Indians out of the way. Yeah, that was a pretty busy time in my life.
My water's back. So, what did you do after your presidency?
Well, I spent a substantial amount of time helping out my successor and good friend Martin Van Buren. Even after his presidency, I ended up staying in the middle of the political action. After that, I moved to a retirement home known as the Hermitage in Nashville, Tennessee. I spent most of my time working on notes for my presumed biography.
Well, I guess that's all the time we have today. Alright, I'm Larry Johnson, and it's good night.